Hi, my name's Jerry Devine, and today I'm going to cover off 5 things that you guys need to be thinking about in terms of GDPR. So the intention is that will take 5 minutes. So let's crack on. So the first thing is the implementation date. When do these regulations become live? They become live on the 25th of May. That's when they enter the statute book and comes online as the Data Protection Act 2018. What do these regulations cover? What does the Act cover? It covers all data to do with identifiable living human beings. And in terms of the data cycle, it covers the full range of that, from the collection of data to how it's processed, how it's possibly shared, and ultimately how it's either archived or destroyed. Number 2, a key element of GDPR is that organisations demonstrate accountability. And for these purposes, all GP practices have been categorised as public authorities. And in that regard, they need to either appoint or have a share of a data protection officer, abbreviated to a DPO. And a DPO needs to have the appropriate qualities, and they are the right skills to do the job, the right experience to do the job, and a degree of understanding about the context within which personal data is handled in primary care. And possibly they could also be outside the management structure of the organisation to demonstrate ultimate independence. As well as having a DPO, the organisation needs to make sure the DPO has an awareness of one of the key tools in GDPR, that is a data protection or data privacy impact assessment. It's akin to a risk assessment tool for health and safety, but in this regard it enables the DPO to assess possible risk when thinking about data protection. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is, in the same way accountability is key, so is transparency to GDPR. And a key tool for demonstrating transparency is a privacy notice of an organisation. And in the privacy notice, organisations should be explaining to their data subjects the lawful basis upon which they're processing their data, how long they keep that data for, so a retention schedule, who they share that data with, and that privacy notice should both be understandable by an adult, but written in such a way that is also child friendly. And these notices, once they're written and agreed, should be available on organisation websites and also in surgeries on notice boards and possibly in pamphlet form in surgeries as well. And I'm aware that a template for surgeries to use is downloadable for members from the FPM website. The 4th point to consider is the rights of subjects in terms of making subject access reviews. So this is the ability of all data subjects to request of data controllers copies of the information they hold about them. So what has changed here is there is no ability now to charge for this activity. So presently organisations can. This becomes a free activity after the 25th of May. And the speed with which that request has to be turned around has moved from being 40 days to 1 month after the 25th of May. Those requests no longer have to be made in writing, and the only exception to the no charge rule is if a data controller considers the request to be either manifestly unfounded or excessive, at which point a possible charge can be levied purely for the administration time. The last point is for the organisation to review and audit its security measures, both at a virtual level to make sure that any data is encrypted appropriately, and a physical level to make sure appropriate things are kept under lock and key, that there are policies such as clear desk policies in place, that there are policies considering smartphone usage and USB storage, and at a very basic level that there's some process in place for shredding confidential paper once it's finished its useful time. So they're the 5 points. I hope you found them of some use and mean that your organisation can be in some way GDPR ready, both for the 25th and thereafter. And so for me, until the next time, it's bye for now.